They practice musical performances. They practice musical performances. He is the waiter. He is the waiter. I bought a dozen eggs from the grocery store. I bought a dozen eggs from the grocery store. They should clean windows every year. They should clean windows every year. Is it called at 1 a.m.? Is it called at 1 a.m.? We didn't talk to each other like that. We didn't talk to each other like that. They can't try. They can't try. Perception. Perception. Grandfather is operator. Grandfather is operator. Whoever is happy will make others happy too. Whoever is happy will make others happy too. This ticket is part of my job. This ticket is part of my job. There are 2 sacks of flour in the kitchen. There are 2 sacks of flour in the kitchen. I don't notice anything special about the relationship. I don't notice anything special about the relationship. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. The doctor gave medicine to relieve the patient's pain. The doctor gave medicine to relieve the patient's pain. Can't we sit for 2 p.m.? Can't we sit for 2 p.m.? Then he can call. Then he can call. These flowers are beautiful. These flowers are beautiful. Can you report? Can you report? We can't get it after a month. We can't get it after a month. My dog is friendlier than yours. My dog is friendlier than yours. I normally take it off. I normally take it off. We are watching a football match. We are watching a football match. They should not surrender after 5 midnight. They should not surrender after 5 midnight. Won't he be a doctor in a year? Won't he be a doctor in a year? The new jacket is warmer than the old one. The new jacket is warmer than the old one. Wasn't he a watchman every year? Wasn't he a watchman every year? Will it extend? Will it extend? He never wears a hat. He never wears a hat. Since you came home. Since you came home. Were we always nanny? Were we always nanny? I sleep 8 hours every night. I sleep 8 hours every night. Can he become a player after 5 days? Can he become a player after 5 days? 10 years should not focus. 10 years should not focus. Thanks for your usual support. Thanks for your usual support. Am I not reflecting? Am I not reflecting? We met in the afternoon. We met in the afternoon. I'm going to paint my room this weekend, he said to his brother. I'm going to paint my room this weekend, he said to his brother. I've already had lunch, she told him. I've already had lunch, she told him. She opened a YouTube channel to share her workout routines. She opened a YouTube channel to share her workout routines. Because of this decision, our company's profits increased. Because of this decision, our company's profits increased. Realizing our actions in line with a purpose is the key to success. Realizing our actions in line with a purpose is the key to success. Were we pharmacists a month ago? Were we pharmacists a month ago? You were repairing. You were repairing. Did they connect right away? Did they connect right away? They bought a new car. They bought a new car. The long movie is more boring than the short one. The long movie is more boring than the short one. They were the effect. They were the effect. Avoiding processed foods improves overall health. Avoiding processed foods improves overall health. I will watch TV. I will watch TV. Above all, safety is our priority. Above all, safety is our priority. It was not the place. It was not the place. Yes, what about the rest of the countries? Yes, what about the rest of the countries? The document was signed by both parties. The document was signed by both parties. I don't want to lose my losses for many things. I don't want to lose my losses for many things. What time is it? What time is it? They are cheering for their team. They are cheering for their team. They told us, we have finished our project. They told us, we have finished our project. We'll have finished our meal by the time they get to the party. We'll have finished our meal by the time they get to the party. Hadn't he grown? Hadn't he grown? Are our brothers florists? Are our brothers florists? Was my mother-in-law a sportscaster? Was my mother-in-law a sportscaster? I've already seen the sunrise. I've already seen the sunrise. They had been dating for a year when they decided to get engaged. They had been dating for a year when they decided to get engaged. The meeting took longer than anticipated. The meeting took longer than anticipated. I closed my eyes and let the sun hit me. I closed my eyes and let the sun hit me. I definitely had a date with John last night. I definitely had a date with John last night. Does he run away often? Does he run away often? Our working hours are from 7 o'clock to 1800 from Monday to Friday. Our working hours are from 7 o'clock to 1800 from Monday to Friday. I'm meeting my friends in town tomorrow. I'm meeting my friends in town tomorrow. There are 2 apples in the basket. There are 2 apples in the basket. Was he not walking normally? Was he not walking normally? He fixed the broken window. He fixed the broken window. He wants to start a new hobby. He wants to start a new hobby. They are your sisters. They are your sisters. He studied English. He studied English. The money was stolen from the bank. The money was stolen from the bank. Too shy to speak in public. Too shy to speak in public. Do you know how to dance? Do you know how to dance? Our son was a sociologist. Our son was a sociologist. Wouldn't you be a civil engineer in 2 days? Wouldn't you be a civil engineer in 2 days? How much does this cost? How much does this cost? Can you help me move these boxes up? Can you help me move these boxes up? The singers will rehearse for the opera performance. The singers will rehearse for the opera performance. They told us, we have finished our project. They told us, we have finished our project. You never listen to me. You never listen to me. Students are studying for the exam. Students are studying for the exam. The baby was babbling and trying to say words. The baby was babbling and trying to say words. Let me check. Let me check. If it's dark, I won't go out. If it's dark, I won't go out. Can't stretch after 2 hours? Can't stretch after 2 hours? He cleaned his back. He cleaned his back. I'm lost, can you help me? I'm lost, can you help me? Inconsistency. Inconsistency. It shouldn't get cold after 3 years. It shouldn't get cold after 3 years. Do you need a license to drive a car? Do you need a license to drive a car? He had his house cleaned by a professional cleaner. He had his house cleaned by a professional cleaner. You must be responsible for your actions. You must be responsible for your actions. Accompany. Accompany. 2. I'm going to the aquarium. 2. I'm going to the aquarium. They were studying for the biology exam together. They were studying for the biology exam together. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. The cake my mom made is delicious. The cake my mom made is delicious. They may not take a step last year. They may not take a step last year. They are assumed every month. They are assumed every month. Can I taste this smoothie sample? Can I taste this smoothie sample? The book was recommended by a friend. The book was recommended by a friend. Descendants organizer. Descendants organizer. We can enter. We can enter. I have a lot of work to do this week. I have a lot of work to do this week. It was raining when I went out. It was raining when I went out. They visited Paris, we visited. They visited Paris, we visited. He uses a computer for work. He uses a computer for work. After 3 months, I have to become a journeyman. After 3 months, I have to become a journeyman. I wish I could time travel. I wish I could time travel. You would burn. You would burn. You have no idea. You have no idea. She is laughing. She is laughing. If it were me, I would go on vacation. If it were me, I would go on vacation. They are going to throw a surprise party for their friends. They are going to throw a surprise party for their friends. I felt very lucky to be alive and able to experience such beauty. I felt very lucky to be alive and able to experience such beauty. Mary and I are going to the movies. Mary and I are going to the movies. The flowers are beautiful. The flowers are beautiful. If it was warmer, we would have gone swimming. If it was warmer, we would have gone swimming. They are studying for the exam. They are studying for the exam. My flight was delayed. My flight was delayed. Outside. Outside. I've never had a job interview at Company X before. I've never had a job interview at Company X before. We are studying for the exam. We are studying for the exam. 5 days ago he was not afraid. 5 days ago he was not afraid. The teacher gave us a little quiz. The teacher gave us a little quiz. Wasn't I a monthly barista? Wasn't I a monthly barista? It is noticed every day. It is noticed every day. The shop opens at exactly 10 a.m. The shop opens at exactly 10 a.m. I could see the twinkling stars in the night sky. I could see the twinkling stars in the night sky. I will help you review the vocabulary in today's lesson. I will help you review the vocabulary in today's lesson. The black cat is quieter than the white one. The black cat is quieter than the white one. But there will always be the next time. But there will always be the next time. Were his grandchildren butchers? Were his grandchildren butchers? Our colleague was a botanist. Our colleague was a botanist. He will travel to France next year. He will travel to France next year. Flowers sway in the wind. Flowers sway in the wind. I wrote a letter to my pen pal. I wrote a letter to my pen pal. Enjoy your meal. Enjoy your meal. Should not object. Should not object. I was playing football when you came. I was playing football when you came. Impatient. Impatient. I can understand basic Spanish. I can understand basic Spanish. While surfing the internet, I came across an interesting article. While surfing the internet, I came across an interesting article. Earlier I was recovering at 4 a.m. Earlier I was recovering at 4 a.m. To shout. Then we can't fly. Bought 2 dresses but returned the pink ones. You should exercise regularly for your health. Our wife was a cardiologist. He goes jogging in the morning. Do they become acrobats at dusk? I will have breakfast at 9 a.m. A driver was sleeping in the car. Yesterday I ate a duck with a very good and delicious taste. How many apples will you buy from the market? Can't he ever live? Children are playing in the park. They divorced after 10 years of marriage. Doesn't he look at the sunset? Should they bake earlier? The room lacks natural light. I had a light dinner and did not feel bloated as a result. Do you have it? I'll have to buy a new dress. Monthly leave. Nowadays. The cat was very fast. Let me know. The cat is sleeping on the sofa. The boy whose bike was stolen reported the situation to the police. Can I use this ticket at another station? Haven't I been a cop woman often? Have you ever been to Paris? They asked. We're a rent. Some kind of toy. We can visit the museum tomorrow. Justice. Take out the trash. Football is the most popular sport in the world. Do you have a dream? We are friends. The plan is to launch the new product next month. He has some knowledge of computers. Although he did not agree with my decision, he supported me. The bridge was built across the river. I'm so excited for the weekend. I saw a beautiful sunset yesterday, he said. We couldn't threaten 5 weeks ago. We usually don't ignore it. Can't be washed every year? The bus will soon arrive at the stop. Couldn't they have denied it 4 weeks ago? Your contribution to the charity is invaluable. Please give me time, let me see. We're throwing a party next weekend. Your father is a carpenter. Your father is a carpenter. Can't we be sheriff in a month? Can't we be sheriff in a month? Did it hit my car? Did it hit my car? I won't want to go home. I won't want to go home. Which museum do you like to go to? Which museum do you like to go to? My car is yellow. My car is yellow. How many people are on the bus? How many people are on the bus? I could run. I could run. Those birds sing very well. Those birds sing very well. The movie we watched last night was really scary. The movie we watched last night was really scary. The painting was hung on the wall. The painting was hung on the wall. We can't settle in at sunset. We can't settle in at sunset. He would scream if he saw a spider. He would scream if he saw a spider. We will go to school. We will go to school. Discipline is important in every aspect of life. Discipline is important in every aspect of life. Should not say at noon. Should not say at noon. Where do they live? Where do they live? There is progress. There is progress. I am not developing. I am not developing. It must be delicious. It must be delicious. Will you not undertake? Will you not undertake? I want to buy 2 tickets. I want to buy 2 tickets. Shall we include it soon? Shall we include it soon? Not a hematologist at dusk? Not a hematologist at dusk? I wish I had a bigger kitchen so I could try cooking. I wish I had a bigger kitchen so I could try cooking. The edge of the forest was a great place for birdwatching. The edge of the forest was a great place for birdwatching. To complain. To complain. Can we get a coroner in one day? Can we get a coroner in one day? They're throwing a party on Saturday. They're throwing a party on Saturday. Does not undertake. Does not undertake. You should not be an interpreter after a weekend. You should not be an interpreter after a weekend. I was sitting on the edge of the cliff and felt like I was on top of the world. I was sitting on the edge of the cliff and felt like I was on top of the world. So how did you two become roommates? So how did you two become roommates? Rarely am I not an agent? Rarely am I not an agent? Where can I find spices? Where can I find spices? I've already watched the new movie. I've already watched the new movie. Can't we prove it at sunrise? Can't we prove it at sunrise? At the same time, he took a photography course and learned how to take great photos. He took a photography course and learned how to take great photos. Won't he sit? Won't he sit? Dependence. Dependence. I'm likely to list everything I need to do to stay organized. I'm likely to list everything I need to do to stay organized. What kind of music do you like? What kind of music do you like? You have to turn in your research paper by Friday, the professor said. You have to turn in your research paper by Friday, the professor said. I don't go out if it's slippery. I don't go out if it's slippery. I'm going to the farm. I'm going to the farm. You don't become a weekly housewife. You don't become a weekly housewife. Could you briefly summarize the situation for me? Could you briefly summarize the situation for me? Didn't I spend? Didn't I spend?